Chima Mbakwem joins us in the KUM News Zoom room. Good morning, Chima.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Sabrina. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning.
Hi, Chima.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
We're doing pretty good. 14 people. Well, 14 plus 17, Jay, how much is that? 31 people not doing so good. We had 31 positives over the last couple of days, Chima. So, of course, just looking to you to provide more insight, more information, more intel.
Yeah. In the last 14 days, we've actually had, in the last 7 days, we've actually had 44 cases total. So that's counting local cases, imported cases, and the cases from on base. And if you're looking at that number over the week, so is if we can say we're averaging 6 cases a day, and it still doesn't look good. We are looking at having 0 cases every day. That is the intention, but we're still in a pandemic, and people are still catching up with their vaccination, which we're actually asking people to get vaccinated, but we're going to see those 1 and 2 cases that come up once in a while. But most of these cases are household cases, because if you look at the 17 cases from last week, you out of the cases, I think 7 of them are household transmission, and then the one from yesterday too, I think 7 or 8 of them are household transmission. So you're looking at, out of all these cases, we're seeing a couple of high numbers in the family cycle, which is understandable. But the community cases are like those random 1 and 2s, that might have made contact with that might have had unknown exposures. So that's why we keep encouraging people to get tested when they have symptoms, or when they feel they are exposed to someone who has if they feel they are exposed, or there's any reason to suspect that they don't feel good or they have COVID symptoms. We still have our ongoing testing and vaccination at Tizan every Tuesday. We have test clinics. The clinics are also tested. So I think ongoing testing, which is basically case finding, is what we're doing, and then we're still seeing this number. So if you're looking at the number of tests we're having and the number of positives we're getting out of those numbers, I think we're really doing good. But like I said, I'd rather have 0 than have one case.
You said on base. So the numbers include military dependents now?
Yes, it's just the total case on the island. So yeah, it's basically the total case on the island, just not the locals alone. We also had the DOD cases. So out of the 17, 3 of them were from the military, and then that would tell you that we're actually going all around, to make sure that every case we identify where they come from. So and we have a good working relationship with DOD.
What about the 14? So the 17, you said 3 were military. What about the 14 that we got yesterday? How many of those were military?
So none was from the military yesterday.
Okay, so out of the 17, the 3 that were military, were they fully vaccinated?
I don't have that information right now.
Because they have the new, you don't have to wear a mask, policy.
Yeah.
Why smiling?
Yeah, why are you smiling, Chima?
I know where you guys are taking it to.
You're like, Eziginamu, DOD.
Like I said, I was on base last weekend. Almost everybody wore a mask. I'm telling you. I think it's a matter of choice. Like those recommendations are put out there, but it's your individual protection. If you want to if you want to put yourself at risk, But I was on base on Saturday. I was there on Sunday. Almost everybody it was just one or two persons that I saw that weren't wearing masks, but everybody was fully masked. You know, so.
Does public health do the contact tracing for the military, or is it the military does it wrong?
No, they have a robust public health on base. Yeah.
Were these three connected?
So you know so what happens is they do their case investigations, they do their monitoring, they do their quarantine and isolation. But the good thing is that if there's any link with any of those cases, with any local case, they pass it on to us, and then we follow up with case investigation. So it's a very wonderful system that we have in place.
So what's the link? Is there a link?
No, if there's no link, if there was a link, we already know, but there's no link to anyone outside now. So they've actually taken care of those cases. They've investigated, they've isolated them, and I think their contacts are in quarantine.
Okay.
Do you have any information on the vaccination status of any of these recent positives?
For the ones from yesterday, 13 of them were not vaccinated. The 14 from yesterday, yes. Yeah.
So there was one that was vaccinated, fully vaccinated, that got COVID?
Yeah, one was fully vaccinated, yeah. But the 13 were not vaccinated, so.
How long was that person vaccinated before it was determined? Like,
I don't have that information right now. Yeah.
Okay.
These cases were yesterday, and they've actually completed investigation for 13 of them. They've identified 40 close contacts. 29 are scheduled for testing today, but they're still going to do the secondary interviews on the index cases, and then for all of them are in isolation. 3 are in the isolation facility, and 11 of them are in home isolation.
So what about out of the 17 over the 3-day weekend? Any of those fully vaccinated?
12 of them were not vaccinated too. So we out of all these cases, so we're looking at 31 cases, and out of these 31 cases, 2 were only fully vaccinated, 1 was partially vaccinated, every other person was not vaccinated. So you see, it's clearly pointing to the fact that people need to go get vaccinated. You know, this number shows clearly that, and if you're looking at the number of contacts to those individuals too, you're looking at the first case, we had 38 contacts. The second case, we had 40 close contacts. This is almost like 78 close contacts. So with this number of unvaccinated people walking around with COVID, you know, there's a chance that they can actually expose people who are not vaccinated too. So, you know, we're at that point where everyone needs to go get vaccinated. You know, like, you need to protect others. That's what it means logically, you know, is you know, being responsible enough to go out and get vaccinated and ensure that you follow the public health guidance. And then at the end of the day, you're going to protect the community. And then if we go back to the genome sequencing case that we just received, 13 of those cases were community cases, and they were all linked to the 2 clusters. So out of the 18, 5 were travel related, 13 of them were actually linked directly to those clusters, and they were all UK variants. And you know clearly that the UK variant spreads like wildfire. So you can see why, you know, our team here at Public Health, we really emphasize on, you know, giving us the real information, being able to identify those contacts and isolate them right away. So you're looking at one super spreader moving around on the island, infecting people, and bad enough, it is with the UK variant. But good, I think that we've been able to, you know, close out all those cases. With these new cases, we continue to send specimens for genome sequencing, and we still try to, you know, identify that epi link, you know, with all these cases. while we still ask people to go get vaccinated. We need to keep the island safe. It's now, I think it's now individual responsibility. The government is not going to force you to go get vaccinated. We can only appeal to you to go get vaccinated. The vaccination pods are there. This morning we have a pod at the Micronesia Mall that opens from 7 in the morning till 10, so that those early birds, we can catch them before they go to work. We're looking at how we can streamline these activities where people will not go out of their ways, to go get vaccinated. We have the testing and vaccination pods where you get tested for COVID, you're negative, you go get vaccinated, and then you go home and follow public health recommendations. You're safe. Your family is safe. The island is safe. So we keep pushing these messages out, to make sure that people take responsibility of keeping the island safe. We've worked hard enough, and I thank you guys, for giving us this opportunity to come out and talk to people. It's now you. It's not us anymore. You need to protect us. You need to go get vaccinated. You need to follow public health recommendations. When we all do it, we'll all be safe. We are still catching people coming into the island with COVID. Out of that, 5 were travel related. So we are still making efforts to protect our borders. But if we are good inside, then we won't have a problem. And our vaccination numbers are really going up high. We're seeing a lot of traction. People are getting vaccinated. But what we're saying is we need more. we need more people vaccinated so that we can enjoy life, the way we used to enjoy.
I hear you. You mentioned a little bit about the variant. The last information we got, I think it was Friday night, 18 out of was it 20-something samples that were sent in for genome sequencing?
Yeah, we received 26 results, and out of them, 18 18 variants were detected in the 26 that was returned. And out of that, like I said, 5 were travel related. 13 had no travel history. And we were able to identify that these 13 cases were actually linked to those clusters.
I'm sorry, the clusters, are you talking about the...
A-Class Lounge, basketball game, Subaki Tower.
Yes.
Are we going to be sending off any more samples, Chima?
Yes, we actually send out samples. I think every fortnight we send out samples.
Every fortnight?
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Sorry. Jason, what does fortnight mean in English?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
You were thinking, is that the game? What is
that's the only fortnight I know.
Kind of think, Chris, about how they would speak in Game of Thrones, and it'll make more sense to you.
It shall be a fortnight.
the variants?
All right, we tested these individuals 4 score ago.
All right, Chima, anything else you wanted to share? It's the summer, and people are going to be moving around,
it's
traveling.
the eve of June 4th.
Yeah, I think I believe that the vaccination is the way to go now. We keep trying to get more people to get vaccinated, so we get a little more comfortable this summer. The island is gradually opening up, but if you're looking at 44 cases in 7 days, I think, and almost 3/4 of them unvaccinated, is a clear sign, that vaccination is the way to go. I don't know how else, we can say it. The numbers are clearly showing that it is the clusters. Our challenges are the clusters and those that are unvaccinated. If you're vaccinated and you follow public health recommendations, we are going to be clear and we're going to be out of this. If we continue to watch our borders the way we're watching our borders, we're going to continue trapping these cases that are trying to sneak into the island, making sure that we're safe. While we are continuously doing this, we're also looking at what is going on around us. If everybody is doing the same thing, I think the whole world will come out of this sooner or later. But now Guam is doing very well. But for us to continue doing well is to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So individuals should take it as a personal responsibility to go out and get tested. People should talk to their friends and their neighbors and friends, and family members to go get tested, to go get vaccinated, so that we get to that point where we can breathe a sign of relief, knowing that at least the island is protected while we watch what is going to come from outside. Yeah. So that's what I have now, and if you guys have any more questions, I can.
There's a national story we played where they're talking about, and I know that United Airlines has done a sweepstakes thing, but incentivizing the vaccination, right? So in the States, they're giving away like gift certificates and I think even beer.
Yeah, maybe something can happen locally soon, to mimic that. I can't preempt anything, but we actually encouraging people. We can try. We can do anything that is in our powers, to encourage people to go get vaccinated. But at the end of the day, it rests on the individual. The government is doing a lot. The governor has actually, fought very hard with the department, to increase our allocation for vaccines. The vaccines are available. We are getting all these supplemental grants, that are helping us get more hands, to help the vaccination effort. But we're now asking for people to come out. We're looking for people to vaccinate. Yeah, so I hope people would catch on to the message and come out and get vaccinated.
All right. Thanks, Chima.
All right. Thank you, Chima.
Thank you so much.
The last time we had you on, we asked you how we were doing, and that was about a week ago, and you said, there's still this clear and present danger, and boom, we got 44 cases in a week.
Yeah, since we last talked to you.
Yeah, and yes, 44 cases, yes, but how many unvaccinated? Mm-hmm. So that is my main headache now. The director is out there, supporting us, giving us all the encouragement, giving us all the tools. He's supportive, the government is supportive, but where are the people? What are we going to do? I can't get double vaccinated. I can't, you can't get double vaccinated. But the vaccines are there. The clinics are working so hard. New clinics are joining. We're looking at how the main aim is to streamline these activities into our everyday life. We don't want you waking up in the morning and going out of your way to go get vaccinated. We want you to get it on your way to work. We want to bring it to you. We want you to go to the clinic. While you're waiting to see your doctor, you can get vaccinated. We're looking at using that approach. Simple strategies to streamline all these efforts into our normal life. While we have the pod that is ongoing at UOG, we also have pods. We're also reaching out to organizations. We're reaching out to associations. Asking them, if you have up to 10 to 50 people that you need vaccinated, please tell us. We will bring it to you. We're now ready to bring vaccination to the people. Even if you're having a party in your house, you can invite us to come and vaccinate you before you start your barbecue, and then we can come back the second time and do it. We are really ready to do that if we have the numbers. That's how eager we are to put vaccines in people's arms, because we've seen that vaccines work, and it will help protect us better. Thank you.
Chima, I had just add a question on a kind of like a different topic, but related. Is there any discussions regarding opening up the senior citizen centers, the adult daycare centers for Menumcos?
Yes, yes. There's always discussion to open up more, But what we always try to do is, look at the risk level, and that basically is what determines what will open and what will not open. But if it's about having the senior citizens open, yes, we're thinking about it, we're working towards it, but is when we're going to announce it. But the rest assured that, with the vaccination going higher, with these unvaccinated people that are exposing us to more risk, when they get vaccinated, we'll be comfortable enough to let our menancos out, We don't want these people, being exposed to our older population, you know, because you can still get infected if you are vaccinated, right? I'm not saying that the chances are less, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't want our menancos exposed to someone who can risk their lives.
So when are you guys kind of looking at reopening them?
That, like I said, that is in the works, and it may come sooner than later. But it will come sooner than later, depending on what we have in front of us. But if it's about doing it, yes, we are going to do it. But when is the question?
Right.
But that when might be sooner or later.
Chima, we had Dr. Hoa on earlier, and we were talking about a year after vaccinations that we're looking at the possibility of booster shots, right, for the COVID-19 vaccine. So I was wondering, has there been any planning or discussion about that effort?
On our own side?
Yeah.
You're saying that, okay, so the question is...
So are we going to need to get a booster shot for the COVID-19 vaccine?
Personally, I'm not I don't preempt things, you know. I work clearly with facts, you know. There's nothing in front of me now, you know, that is concrete about the booster shots. You know, there are speculations, but if it's concrete, then I think we have the capacity to do that, and to be able to provide that service to the community. But right now, there's nothing in front of me, you know, to make me start thinking too far into the future. I'm still focused on, you know, getting people vaccinated now, you know, and then subsequently we can go on to that.
Thanks,
Okay.
Chima.
Thank you, Chima.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
And you too, guys.
Stay
Stay
positive,
safe.
but not COVID positive.
I'm always positive. Thank you.
Okay, be negative, COVID negative. All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Ooh.
Wow,
I
that
didn't
was,
even. He broke that down.
that was a break. Break it down. So breathe.
I like that though, how he said, you know, we're really trying to make, and he didn't use the word frictionless, but basically they're trying to like eliminate any sort of ability that getting vaccinated would get in the way of like your normal like flow of life. Like he said, get vaccinated on your way to work. You're going to see your doctor, get vaccinated while you're waiting.
Grab
in the
you
lobby.
a cheddar bacon biscuit and a Jack in the Box
There
and
you
get
go.
vaccinated. Yep.
No,
Go
no,
get you